The Tuohys responded to Michael Oher's lawsuit, where Michael Oher said that he did not receive a penny for any of his image or likeness in the heartwarming, tear-jerking movie, The Blind Side. We were all devastated, very curious, questioning this news as to why it took him so long. He figured out there was the conservatorship in place. He feels like he was duped. He feels like he was hoodwinked, led astray, ran amok from the Tuohys. But the Tuohys gave him a conservatorship because Michael Oher was out of the system. He was over 18 years old. Now, yes, we do have the stickiness of the information of the Tuohys saying that conservatorship was no different than adoption. It was just written to take his age into account, which is true. But with Big Mike, Michael Oher, respectfully, NFL legend, if you ask me, Super Bowl champion, played in 2 Super Bowls, had a chance to win one with Cam Newton. He clearly wasn't aware of the business decisions that were wrapped up inside that. And his attorney later came to figure out, which is why the lawsuit came out back in February, allegedly, that Michael Oher was going after them for not being paid a dime. Sandra Bullock made about $6 million, obviously won the major award from it. We hear about the net proceeds, 2.5% of the net proceeds going to the family, and I think $225,000 going to each of the Tuohy children. And apparently Michael Oher made nothing. Well, the Tuohys have responded to Michael Oher's lawsuit. And just kind of a timeline on this. So Michael Oher speaks out, says that he's been hoodwinked by the Tuohys. The Tuohys come out and say that Michael Oher tried to shake them down for $15 million if he didn't basically, or he was going to go public with his story if they didn't give him $15 million. The attorney for the family came forward and said, that's not only insulting, but downright ridiculous. And we didn't take advantage of Big Mike. So, just to get into a little bit of it, a 4-page response to a petition that Oher filed in Tennessee last month. Sean and Leanne Tuohy said the proceeds from the 2009 hit movie The Blind Side were divided evenly among themselves, their 2 children, and Michael Oher. All of the Tuohy's family, including the petitioner, agreed to this arrangement where each party would get 20% of proceeds paid, the response said from the Tuohys. The response went on to say the family received a portion of the $225,000 paid to acclaimed author Michael Lewis, whose best-selling book was the basis for the film. So they did get some of that kickback from the book, obviously. Couple also said they received a $200,000 donation to their foundation from the film's proceeds. So someone went out there, donated $200,000 to their foundation from the money from the money, of course, that was made from the amazing movie The Blind Side. Michael Oher said had the opportunity to receive the same amount for the charity of his choice, but apparently failed to take the necessary action. They also denied ever telling Oher that they plan to adopt him. However, they acknowledged having using the term adopt in a colloquial, that's one word that trips me up, sense to describe their relationship with him. They never intended that reference to be viewed with legal implication, the response said. When it became clear that the petitioner could not consider going to the university, the Tuohy said in the filing that they became Oher's conservators only so he would be able to, of course, play football at Ole Miss. When it became clear that the petitioner, Michael Oher, could not consider going to the University of Mississippi as a result of living with the Tuohys, the NCAA made it clear that the only way he could attend Ole Miss was if Oher was somehow part of the family, the response said. Conservatorship was the tool chosen to accomplish this goal, which is true. And we've talked about this possibly getting personal, right? For Michael Oher, why did he take so long to come out and say something about it? If he didn't really get his money, he should get a claim, no doubt. Now we finally have the statement from the Tuohys saying that he was eligible to get said money, but apparently didn't take the actions to get it. And apparently all the proceeds were split between them, the kids, and Big Mike as well. Instead, less than 3 months after Oher turned 18 in 2004, the petition said the couple tricked him into signing a document making them his conservators, which gave them legal authority to make business deals in his name. Respondents stand ready, willing, and able to terminate the conservatorship by consent at any time because Big Mike has said that he wants the conservatorship with the Tuohys to terminate. And the Tuohys said, okay, that's fine. We are ready, willing, and able to terminate the conservatorship by consent at any time. And we were waiting on this response from the Tuohys, right? We were curious as to what they were going to actually do at this point and really overall how things were going to shake out. because we hated to see this. We heard of this coming forward. We were like, what? He was tricked. He wasn't adopted. What is this? How is this even happening? But if he's making the claim that he didn't get his money, which we'll never really know until the settlement happens, go for it, man. You guys heard me when I said it. I told y'all I would give you an update. Go for it, dude. You had a movie written off of you beating the odds, and then you wrote a memoir about it. It was beautiful. The movie, the memoir, the book, they did a great job. Now, of course, Big Mike said he did not want to speak out about the movie at the time and the negative, or not the negative, but the misportrayal of him because he didn't want to take away from the message. That's understandable. You can get that. He wanted the kids, the community, the people out there to really feel the story of what he was talking about. So that's respectable. But apparently he was going to shake them down for 15 million, or or if they didn't give him 15 M's, he was going to go public with the story. Now he's went public with it anyway. So we're going to continue to get updates unfolding on this. We're going to continue to see how things shake out with Michael Oher, The Blind Side, the Tuohys, this, that, and the third.